Today on Identity, serial networker Selebogo Molefe hangs out in our coffee shop. We tap into some creative juices with the Art with Heart initiative. In our What's Appening segment, we review a DIY app and a book to help you navigate the waters of life. And we wrap up the show with a track from iPhone.
I am an individual with an imagination. My inner faith illuminates innovations. In a space with infinite inspiration, I was born free from all incarceration. Incredible, living infallibly, intelligent, outshine with my inner being. This is me, impeccable as ever been. I am you, you are me. This is my identity.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite multi-faith youth show that aims to help you kickstart your week off to a spiritual high. This is Identity and I'm your host, Brit Co. On Thursday, the 17th of September, the Tamil-speaking members of the Hindu community celebrated the start of the month of Purtasi. This is a time dedicated to the worship of Lord Vishnu. Devotees observe this month of fasting by cleansing the mind and body by abstaining from meat and fish, as well as the saying of regular prayers. Lixesha ngoku lokuzitika ngokutya komoya esikumphathele kona namhlanje. Koqala, masidibane nondwendwe lwethu lanamhlanje. It's been said that necessity is the mother of invention, and I'm sure the young man joining me today will agree. Frustrated by the lack of proper networking opportunities around him, he decided to pioneer a movement that would give up-and-coming entrepreneurs a platform to network and contribute to each other's success. That's when the Hookup Dinner was born. Selebogo Molefe is also the CEO of Life's Good Global Investments, a brand ambassador for the Branson Center South Africa, as well as White Ribbon South Africa. But that's not all. He also sits on the board of the House Group, a center for abused and destitute young girls. How does he do it all? Well, he's here today to tell me all about it. Selebogo, welcome to Identity.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So before we get into your present life and your present work, please tell me about your upbringing.
Well, I'm born to a pastor and a nurse.
Pastor's child.
Yeah. I hope I didn't turn out the way that is normally predicted with those. I come from Swaziland. Okay. I grew up in Swaziland with my grandmother for about 4 years and then came to South Africa in 1989 to come and live with my parents full time. And that was in Hillbrow. So from about 1990 to about 2000, I lived in Hillbrow, grew up in that environment, went to JP Boys High, concrete jungle, interesting environment, but I enjoyed it, yeah.
Selebogo, I know you're very open to when it comes to spirituality.
Yeah.
What role does spirituality play in your life right now?
It helps give me balance. As much as I'm not a religious person per se in the deep sense of it, because of my upbringing, I've been influenced a lot by the scripture. I'm a church boy for life, and that's what I thank my dad for his strict upbringing. For me, it gives me balance between the hectic lifestyle that I lead, and as well as the work and the family life that I have. Yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. Life's Good Global Investments. Yeah. What a name to name an organization. Yeah. Why that particular name, and what's the aim of the organization?
Look, I grew up without having access to a lot of things. I wasn't one of the cool kids. So I was on the rebel side of life. I was always trying to prove a point, and I was always trying to fit in. And I realized at some point that it just wasn't working out. So when it came to providing solutions for people, I wanted to provide solutions that were catering to my problems initially. I had issues of being shy and all sorts of things. I was a misfit in most ways. And in about 2000 to 2004, I ran a few startups, and that culminated into Life's Good. Okay. And for me, Life's Good was about when I got out of the Bronx, which is Hillbrow, and moved into the northern suburbs. It was always a wish that now, having moved out of a bachelor flat where we all lived as a family of 5, yeah. I was the last to sleep because I had to sleep by the door. So when I moved into the northern suburbs, it was about the good life. And I wanted to provide an environment that provided inspiration to my friends as well as my peers. And that's where Life's Good was born from. Just the terminology around the good life. I had a housemate who was all about the good life. And the more she said that, it was more like why don't I just name my company Life's Good? And that was back in 2004 when I founded the company. Yeah.
So the interesting thing that you spoke about, Tuguti, as impilo yakho was, culminated with a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And as a successful businessman, I'm sure that namanj, you don't have time to yourselves, let alone, utunige omunye umuntu isikhathi. So why are you so passionate about giving back, especially to people who want to get into business?
I think it's about an obsession with solving problems that you have come across yourself. For me, I tried for the longest time to get access to things like finance, networks especially. Like I said, I wasn't part of the cool club, and as a result, all the time when you try and get in, they shut you out. So I decided, let me try and do my own thing my way, and ever since I got obsessed with that, it has just brought about a passion that I do not even understand. I cannot say I fully comprehend it as to why I do certain things, but I'm grateful for it. And I think a lot of the influence also comes from the church that I go to. Our pastor has got a very strong love and deep passion for people and helping them to grow. So that has had a lot of influence in my life, and I try and emulate that, and I try and live my own life to the best possible that I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this how the Hookup Dinner came about? Please tell us about it.
I was actually sitting with my girlfriend, who's now my wife. This was back in 2012. We had just come out of a series of events that we were doing. We used to call them the Sex and Intimacy Dialogues, and it was about bringing couples together and helping them to explore each other. And post that, there was just this period of not having a network where we could vent out, where other people like me, where we're going through similar frustrations around business. And we're sitting there in a coffee shop one day, we're like, how cool would it be if at the end of the month we hosted something for a few of our friends? And it wasn't even about entrepreneurship. And I was like, okay, let's hook up. Called a couple of friends. The first hookup dinner, there were 10 people there. And we're just chilling around the table, and we're having drinks, and we're openly engaging in conversation without having that mask on. Like if I'm to ask you, how are you doing? You're not going to say, I'm great, or do you have money? Or, like we could be real with each other. And I realized that there was something special that was coming out of that, and it was a no-brainer. After that, the spark bit, and I was like, next month we're hooking up again, and word just spread virally. And I think it was because there's an actual need for it. There's a problem out there where people are struggling with just a sense of connecting. We are so busy with our lives that we don't have the time to just stop and reflect. And that's what I wanted to bring about for the Hookup Dinner. It was to create a community of misfits, people that are misunderstood, but when they get together, they create magic. And 3 years later, we're seeing magic.
How important are events and opportunities such as the Hookup Dinner for a person, say, like me, who wants to venture into business, for an example? How important is it for me to expose myself to events such as the Hookup Dinner?
You see, the thing is, it's not even about events.
Oh, okay.
It's about community. Think about church. We go to church every Sunday, and the message keeps changing, and it touches us in a particular way depending on what we believe in. And if you think about that, you've got an institution that where you go and refill every week. So for us, the Hookup Dinner symbolizes that. It's about entrepreneurs once a month getting together, just reflecting, connecting, sharing information, sharing ideas, and potentially collaborating and doing great things together. And as a result of that, I did not set out to do an event. I am not focused on the eventing part of things. I'm more focused on the community building. The moment you've got a community of like-minded people that are doing things that they can resonate with, then you've got magic. You don't have to do anything else. People just come out and do their thing.
You have a favorite scripture that you like, Please tell us what it is and what it means to you personally.
I live by Luke 1, verse 37. It says, for with God all things are possible. It's been like that for most of my life. It's been like that for my family. Having come out of poverty, my family came out of a very, very, very dire background. And having seen how my mom and dad persevered, and having come across a few challenges and how they've overcome those, it was only natural that it would spark something in me, as well as in my siblings and in my family. And it's something that always reminds me, even when you're going through those dark tunnels, that with God all things are possible. So it gives me a sense of believing. As long as I can believe, everything else is cool.
So Selebogo, like how we've got a quick word game. You need to answer as quickly as possible, and the game is called Choose My Ketela. So it's either you choose one or the other. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. The first question: shark cage diving or bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Steak or burger?
Steak.
Sneakers or cowboy boots?
Sneakers.
Walkie-talkie or megaphone?
Walkie-talkie.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Snail mail or pigeon mail?
Pigeon mail.
Selebogo, thank you so much for joining us on Identity. You're such an inspiration.
Thank you.
Tony Elumelu, one of Africa's most revered business leaders, once said, young entrepreneurs and those they inspire are the lifeblood of Africa's rise. And if he was sitting across from Selebogo Molefe today, I'm pretty sure he would give him a well-deserved pat on the back. Lixesha ngokule khefu nxa sibuya sindwendwela e-Constitutional Hill eGauteng sojonga uba umbutho opha usebenzisa njani uxolo ukupholisa abantu ngokwasemoyeni ungasuduki.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Nisabukeli identity inkqubo eyolutsha eyenkolo ezahlukeneyo ejongane nokunceda ngokwasemoyeni. Ndinguviwe Xwala. Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi. It's now time for what has become one of my favorite parts of the show. It seems a lot of you share my sentiments because the feedback regarding our Encounters inserts has been phenomenal. We received a Facebook message from a young man who wanted the Identity team to take a shot left to his corner of the country. It reads, "Hello Identity team, I am Spesihle Ntabeni. I would like to invite you to come and spend a day with an arts initiative that is run by my mentor, Vivian Aliveriatis. I'd like to show you guys the difference that the Art with Heart initiative is making in the lives of the youth that are part of it. I'm certain you'll find it as inspirational as I do, and I'm looking forward to sharing this beautiful South African story with you. Sincerely, Spesihle." Iqela lethu linentshiseko ngokubonisa amabali waseMzantsi Afrika. Ngoko ke sivume isimemo sikaSpesihle sabheka eConstitutional Hill eGauteng. Masibone ukuba uhambo lwabo luhambe njani.
This is my identity.
Thanks, View and the Identity team, for giving me the opportunity to show you the amazing inspirational work done by the Art with Heart Africa initiative. I'm here at the historic Constitution Hill in Johannesburg, where we will be spending the day with Viv and the children as we ignite their spirit through art. Come join us. Viv, please tell me, when and why did you feel the need to start this Art with Heart Africa initiative?
Art with Heart Africa was started because there was a need, there was a need to address the social ills that our children and our youth are experiencing. And I think primarily that was the reason to guide our children, to expose them to a greater consciousness, using the arts as a vehicle.
Could you tell me what your link is between arts and spirituality?
We serve a creator God. And because we serve a creator God, my guidance, my call has come from that creator God to ignite the human spirit of children, to be a part of the healing. And God unleashes that within us.
So please tell us what you'll be doing today with the kids.
Okay, we're going to take a little mini tour around Con Hill. We're going to tell them about the history of this place, which is so significant in terms of children's rights and their human rights when they grow older. But they need to know what is right and wrong, and this is the highest court in the land. We're going to take them through the African steps, which is very beautiful. We're going to be walking up to the children's room, which is in the old fort. We're going to the children's room, and there they are going to be having a short talk with us. We are commemorating girl children at this time, so you'll see the absence of boys. I've worked with Ferreira Primary for a number of years. For 3 years I've adopted this school, and my responsibility towards the school is to conscientize our children. So we are going to be doing drumming, we are going to be doing a little bit of drawing. We're not going to be doing painting today, but we normally do painting or drawing, and that too is an expression and a creative expression, and they're going to be doing movement and reflection.
So practically, Viv, how are you igniting the souls of these kids?
Okay. What happens is I put the children into meditation. Well, not meditation really, it's reflection, it's movement, it's deep breathing. And that kind of exercise, especially if you're using the principles of yoga, which we do, we open the heart chakra through the breathing, through the concentration, and we automatically release stress. It's a stress reliever. They're calmer, they're in a space where they can listen. They seem to focus deeper. And I think it's just basically a relaxation tactic that we use.
Viv, talk to us about the work that you do as a peace builder.
With the spate of xenophobia that's hit our country and just the hatred out there, I felt it was very needed, from gang wars to drugs in the township to bullying in schools. I'm emphatic about building peace, because peace is needed, and to make our children live harmoniously. I felt a moral need that God needed me to fulfill my inner call, my ministry, to help process peace.
Hi ladies, how are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm good, thank you. What's your guys' names?
Nozuko,
Mbali, Kiasha, Beauty.
Now, can you guys tell me what this means to you? What are you doing here?
it's a poster about peace. As far as I understand, peace is where you find forgiveness deep inside your heart.
Peace to me means a new life where you can start over and start forgiving, because everyone needs forgiveness in a life.
Peace means to me family and trusting each other as family, but then it doesn't matter where you come from, but then as long as you're all one.
So what do you want the kids to walk away with, instilled in them after they've experienced a day like this?
To embrace each other's culture and to celebrate our diversity. And what better way but through the arts? So you can do some stuff, you can do some collaging.
And as you can see, this is exactly what the Arts with Heart Africa initiative is about. Spreading peace, spreading love, amazing inspirational work done by Vivian. Thank you to Vivian for allowing us to spend the day with her. Thank you, i-Dentity team, for coming and allowing me to show you exactly what the Arts with Heart Africa initiative is about. Thank you, viewer, and it's back to the studio.
Thank you to Spesihle for sharing the story, and to Vivian Aliveriatis for giving of her time and skills to impart positivity into the lives of Mzansi's youth. Do you know of an initiative that is also making a difference in the lives of those around you? Then write to us and you could also be featured in one of our future episodes. All you have to do is send an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. You can also keep in touch with us on social media. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Identity TV Show is the name to search for on all 3 platforms. It's time to take another short break. When we come back, we take a look at what's happening on the media front with today's app and book review. We'll be right back.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Welcome back to the nation's favorite multi-faith youth show, Identity, right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. I'm Brit Co. Serial entrepreneur Selebogo Molefe added some feel-good vibes to the start of our show. Our encounter story took us to Constitutional Hill in Johannesburg to learn more about the Art with Heart initiative. Now it's time to take a look at what's trending on the media scene. Here is what's happening. If you're looking to exercise your right brain by putting it to the test, then you'll absolutely love today's app review. It's an app that provides tools designed to inspire creativity. It's called Brit Co. The Brit Co app is the brainchild of Brittany Moran, founder of an online media platform of the same name. The app, just like the website, was created to build a community of creativity. The homepage offers a list of interesting articles based on a range of topics. Select the article that grabs your attention and get reading. If you like the article and would like to return to it later, simply favorite it by clicking on the star in the top right corner. Selecting the Explore tab reveals a list of options listed according to different categories. If you want to get your hands on a DIY project, select the DIY option. Want to be kept up to date on the latest fashion trends? Then select the Style option. Perhaps you are in need of some fresh ideas to help you get creative in the kitchen. All you need to do is select the Food option. For some helpful tips on all things child-related, click on the Kids tab. Need information about the four-legged furry members of the family? Then the Pets tab will come in handy. Make life more colorful and get some inspiration on the go with the easy-to-use Brit Co app. Although life doesn't come with the manual, sometimes one comes across material that makes the journey less bewildering. Our next review is of a self-help book that may not offer answers to all of life's problems, but it certainly tackles some of them. It's called Gemma's Gems. Written by 20-year-old Gemma-May Grotepas, Gemma's Gems is a self-help book that aims to help the reader cope with the roller coaster ride of life. The book is divided into 3 sections: actions, head, and heart and emotions. The first section deals with topics such as dreams, looking after your body, and social networking sites. The second section touches on the mystery of life and respect, among other things. The third is focused on everything to do with the heart and emotions such as fear, faith, and inferiority. Gemma-May delivers her advice in a candid and easy-to-read manner, with a sprinkling of real-life stories that serve as encouragement. Some chapters have a list of topic-related songs for the reader to listen to if in need of an extra dose of inspiration. Although written by what may appear to be a wet-behind-the-ears author, this book possesses wisdom that belies her age. Arm yourself with a book that will help you face life's problems head-on by getting a copy of Gemma's Gems today. Tomorrow marks the United Nations International Day of Peace. This day was set aside in order to recognize the efforts of those who have worked hard to end conflict and promote peace. The International Day of Peace is also a day of ceasefire, personal or political. As we prepare for the Heritage Day celebrations this coming Thursday, let us keep in mind the reason that this day is set aside. Wear your cultural dress with pride as you celebrate the many cultures that make up this beautiful rainbow nation. That brings us to the end of yet another spiritually infused episode of i-Dentity. Please share your Heritage Day attire with us on the social networking scene. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching for i-Dentity TV Show. You can also send an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. Namhlanje sivala inkqubo yethu Mr. First Day Gold u-ayifani nengoma ebizwa ayadelela. Kumu uvuwe kwala neqela le-i-Dentity City salani kakuhle.